Hello, this is Aaron from AaronOnAutos.com, and today we're doing a shaky cam interior review in a 2016 Scion IA. This is the newest car from Scion. They came out with the IA and the IM as replacements. They're phasing out the XB and bringing these two in. The IA is the sedan, and the IM is the hatchback. The IA here is actually a Mazda 2. So just about everything about this car is a Mazda 2, which is not sold in the U.S. market anymore. So it's part of the Toyota Mazda partnership that just was announced last year. Anyway, this is a great little car. It's very inexpensive. This car that I'm sitting in is about as fully loaded as this car gets, and with delivery, it is about $16,500. So it's a very economical car. It gets 41 miles a gallon on the highway, 35 miles a gallon combined. That's excellent fuel economy. The interior is fairly basic, and you'll notice a few key Toyota things are missing and have been replaced by Mazda things because of the build. So windows and mirrors over here. You can see that this is a pretty basic layout. It is an automatic window on this left side, and I do like the way this works because usually in a small car like this, the knob for doing the windows feels kind of cheap. This one is a lot more substantial than you expect. Looking down over here, you can set your tire pressures, etc., etc. You can see what everything is. It's pretty straightforward stuff. The fuel door opens down there, trunk right there, hood right there. This is like I said, a very basic car. This has the upfit package for the interior, so it has the display audio and all that good stuff. So you have controls here for your telematics with Bluetooth. I believe the base model of this car comes with Bluetooth connectivity. I'd have to look that up, so you'll see it down there if I'm wrong, but most likely I am right because I do believe that they do. So you have this moves your screen around, and then this fast forwards and rewinds, and volume here. Voice controls here. Voice controls are pretty good, but not excellent. They will do most of the things you probably expect it to do, but just kind of expect to have to say call mom 3 or 4 times before it finally gets it right. Over here is your lighting. This does not have automatic lighting, so you have to use it, but it does have pretty bright daytime LEDs. Over here you have your washer wipers, and over here cruise control. So the cruise control is up here instead of on a dongle down here. That's one indication that this is not built by Toyota. But the cruise control works pretty well in this car. It's a 1.5 liter engine. So if you're hitting a lot of hills, you're going to want to force the gear if you can. The one that I'm sitting in here is the standard transmission. So when the wind was really high, I left it in 5th gear instead of going to 6th, and it was able to push itself at freeway speeds without losing any speed. I noticed that when I was in 6th, it was struggling occasionally. When a gust would come, it would slow down a lot. And it's just a small engine. That's part of the deal. This is going to be difficult to see, but we'll do our best. I'll try to shade it a little. So over here you have your tachometer. There's your trip meter there. Here is and I believe the odometer is right there too. Yeah, if you flip through the trip, the button is right down here. Or there's actually no, it's up there. If you flip through the trip, then you'll see the odometer and stuff, and eventually right there. Speedometer right here. And then you have some of the warning lights are across the bottom. And then over here, I'm going to have to move a little bit so we can see it a little better. Over here, you have multi-display screen. So the little buttons you saw over there on the steering wheel, that looks like up and down, says info on it. That one, I guess I have a camera I can just move and show you, right? That right there changes what's up in here. up in here. So right now I have it set to show me the current miles per gallon. You can change that around. And there's a fuel. Like I said, very good fuel economy in this car. And I have seen that fuel economy pretty close to what the rating says, even though I'm at pretty good altitude. We're at 5,400 feet here. So even with that, fuel economy has been very good in this car. This is the push button start, which I believe is an option, not a given in this car. Vents, love these vents. These are so cool. Audi has a similar vent that's a little more complicated and nicer than this, but for an entry-level car, these are excellent vents. This is a great setup. And the reason I like them is because they're infinitely adjustable. You can move them around. You can turn this, that closes them and opens them, but you can move them all over the place. The only ones that I've seen that are better than this in the Toyota line are in the RAV4 and a couple of other cars. They have the round vents that are a little more adjustable than this, but they only put them right here. You won't see them on every single one of them. Every vent in this car is like that. Pretty cool. I like it a lot. Moving along, we have this has the upgraded infotainment. So here's your infotainment screen. I'll show you the control knob, but everything you're seeing is your menu options. There's a little bit of stuff you can do, but not a whole lot. This is pretty good, but it's still very basic. But this is, like I said, a $16,000 car. Coming down this way, we have very simple climate controls. Really nothing complicated here. It's all pretty straightforward. Temperature here, fan speed here, where you want it blowing there, and then you can see what the little buttons do. Down here, there are two USB plugs. There's a 12 volt there, and this I don't believe has anything in it. Because, oh, I see. Yeah, if you had nav, that's where that would plug in. This is non-slip. That's where I've been dropping my phone and stuff. It's a good little spot. This is the 6-speed manual. There is a automatic for this. I don't believe there is a CVT. I think, if I remember right, it is an automatic, or it is a geared automatic. I will put the details below because I don't remember them. I did drive that briefly at an event in San Francisco earlier this summer. So I will. There. This is what controls that infotainment screen. So you move back and forth through the menus like this. Here you can quickly go to the music, quickly go to the home screen, quickly go to nav. This controls the audio. So you push it up and down to turn it on and off. Volume control up and down like that. Over here you have the back button, and this is a quick favorite button. So if you're playing something and it's your favorite, click that, locks it in. Drink holders here, handbrake right here. Great upholstery in this. It is cloth, but it is great cloth upholstery. Probably shouldn't admit this out loud, but my daughter barfed in the back seat, and it wiped up and cleaned up like that. So there you go. Probably should not be admitting that, but you know, whatever. This has kind of a upfit trim, so it has this kind of leatherette stuff here with beautiful blue stitching that matches the seats. So really nice job there. It is a hard plastic, but this car is not quite as loud as you would expect. Has pretty good sound dampening. Back there you see the seats. Those headrests move up if you have somebody sitting in the seat. Otherwise they can stay down so that they're out of the driver's view and the rear view mirror. Good size seats, decent amount of room for such a tiny car. I can sit back there, but my knees are right up into the back of the seat when the seat is adjusted for somebody my size up front. But regular sized adults, people that are 5'5", 5'6", will have no problems in that back seat. I'm amazed at how much room is back there. So for an entry-level car, this is a great vehicle. Again, 2016 Scion IA. This has been Aaron from AaronOnAutos.com. Talk to you again soon.